Okay, so welcome back. What we're going to do in this short session is reinstate a panel line across this particular join that we prepared earlier. So for that, one of the best ways that you can do it is to use some Dymo tape, which is sticky stationary tape that's often used in these embossing machines to make labels, that sort of thing. So Dymo, I'm sure it's just a trade name, a bit like sellotape is, but it's the stuff to use. This is quite a thin width of a section of the tape that I've cut off the roll. Probably a bit too broad, to be honest, to go across this join. If we just lay it on the surface with the backing tape, not bad, but I can already see that it isn't bending sufficiently to create a nice straight line across the join and reinstate the panel lines. So what I'm going to do is cut it in half so it's a bit thinner, and so I put it onto the mat. Nice steel rule with a bit of old blue tack on the back just to help to stop the tape from slipping. So holding that down really firmly, take a scalpel blade and gently 3 or 4 passes, and that should come away quite nicely. There we are. And so taking one of those and a pair of tweezers, what we can do is just start to pick off that tape. There we are, that's got it going. And around the other side, pull that away. And I've cut this slightly longer than I need, but of course that gives us a little bit of handling, a little handling tab in effect on either end first. So we just line this up across where the panel's got to go. That's it. Holding it firmly on one side, we can now slightly bend that across the join like so. And the good thing about that is that what that will do is give us a really nice straight panel line across the curve of the forward fuselage. Alright, so holding it nice and firmly with the left hand, I'm going to take the Alpha P cutter now. This is a fantastic tool. It's good because what it does is you hold it vertically, you draw it across the tape, the edge of the tape, and it takes out a small indentation of plastic. It removes the excess rather than just piling it up on either side of the new panel line, which would happen if we used a panel pin a bit like this one. Now these are great for using and getting into those wing root areas on aircraft and sort of fine or particularly curved areas with a right angle even, or a very sharp angle, because you'll never get the P cutter into that small area. Okay, not pressing too hard, that's the name of the game here. So I can see exactly where I've got to go. There's a line that you may not be able to see this on the camera, but there's a thin panel line that runs out here. There's another one that runs across here, very, very gentle, very small. But what we're going to do is just connect those two up. So holding the point on one end, that's it there, and we'll just gently draw that all the way across our panel, and bingo, that's done. And again, you might just be able to see this excess. You can just see there, that's been pulled out of the panel line, which is great. Now take off the Dymo tape, set that aside, probably do one more job, and again, you won't be able to see this, it's impossible really to see, but just across here you can, in fact, if I just gently put that across, that might just catch a bit of dust in there. You can just see the panel line nicely going across there. I can feel it perfectly, nice and subtle, and it's about the same depth as one or two of these other panels that are knocking around the front fuselage of this Harrier. Okay, so that's in there, and just to finish off the job, what we'll do is just connect the edge of this panel up with the other remaining panels there at the back, and I just use that, hold that in position, and we just run from here all the way up nicely there to our panel here. So we're running up and joining there. And the same on this side, just to finish that off. There we go. I can just see that nicely. There's our panel line. Drawing it all the way back nice and gently. Bingo, job done. Again, you can just see how nicely that takes out the excess that's not required. And that is that. nicely cleaned up fuselage using our Alpha P cutter. Very simple job. Perfect panel lines in there, and we're ready to put on a base coat of paint. Okay, cheers, hope you enjoy it. Bye.